Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday. The weather hasn't been so great in the last couple of days. The weekend was lovely. We had a braai. I hope you did too and enjoyed the weather while it was here. I'm sure it'll come back soon. All right, let's say good morning to everybody. Good morning, Christopher. Good morning, Zidane. Good morning, Jakub. And how are you today? Forgot the tune there for a sec. Good morning, Aiden. Good morning, Caden. Good morning, Amy. And how are you today? Good morning, Maya. Good morning, Rory. Good morning, Ilya. And how are you today? Good morning, Zidane. Good morning, Travis. Good morning, Cara. And how are you today? All right, it was so lovely seeing all your faces yesterday on the Zoom chat. We were missing a few and we'd love to see everyone's faces. I know it's difficult with moms and dads having meetings and some of us having nap times. But maybe on Friday we can try earlier in the morning so we can do like a 9 o'clock call. So hopefully that we can see everyone be so nice. And I was thinking on Friday we need to try something where we each have a turn to do something. I think the challenge should be that you each have to make one piece of art this week. Whatever it may be, if it's my art, if it's your art, if it's free art, whatever, if it's a picture, anything you want. And then we can each have a turn to show it on our Zoom call. Because I know sometimes it can be a bit weird with all of us just sitting there staring at each other. So let's do that. Let's get ready for that. All right. The weather I was talking about has been pretty cold lately. And remember we spoke about 2 weeks ago about how it was autumn and how it was colder and was getting colder. Now, when autumn comes and it gets colder, what do you think all the animals do? The animals have to get ready for winter. So that's why we see so many squirrels all over the place in autumn. And I know that at school, one of our favorite things to do is to stand at the door and watch the squirrels come and run around the garden. And you know why I have so many squirrels in my garden? Because I have an avo tree and the squirrels love eating the avos. And they love to chew the avos in the tree and then they all fall blank on the ground. You know, because you've seen them. So then they come afterwards and they eat the avos. So what the squirrels are doing in autumn is they're collecting lots of food so that in winter they can go and have a sleep for winter when it's cold and they don't want to come outside. All right, but we're not talking about the squirrels at the moment. We're talking about bugs still. But let's do some warm-up songs before we start talking about our bugs. All right, Ali's got lots of different songs going on everywhere today, so we're going to have to just bear with me. All right, our warm-up song today is our ABC song because we have to remember our letters of the alphabet. You ready?
I will bet you can sing your ABCs. Go for it.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Tell me what you think of me. I think you're very special, a special friend to me. So let's all learn our letters by singing A to Z. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Tell me what you think of me. I think you're very special, the reason's clear to me. We're learning all our letters, so one day we can read. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Tell me what you think of me. Well done. I didn't know the words of the second verse, so I stopped it there. All right, that's our ABC song. I'm sure you all know your ABCs by singing the song. And remember, moms and dads, when we talk about sounds, we talk about A, B, K, not A, B, C. Even though we learn the letters and the order, we still need to learn the sounds, not only the names. So like when we learn about Christopher and how his name starts with a K, K, and not a C. All right. Now we're also going to sing our B song that we remember from last week. You all knew this one from before with the bees in the hive, but I couldn't find the music last week, I remember, because it's on YouTube, so I'm going to get it now. You ready?
Here is the beehive, but where are all the bees? Hiding away where nobody sees. Here they come flying out of their hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can they fly out of their hive? You ready?
Here is the beehive, but where are all the bees? Hiding away where nobody sees. Here they come flying out of their hives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What are they doing? Where are they flying? Flying high.
Buzz up high, buzz down low, buzzing fast,
Ooh, fast buzzing.
buzzing slow, buzz to the left, buzz to the right, buzz all day and sleep at night. Here is the beehive, but where are all the bees? Hiding away where nobody sees. Here they come flying out of their hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, how sweet are the bees? Love that. So cute. Okay. Remember that song. All right, today we're talking about something other than bees. Bees we spoke about last week. So we're talking about a very cool insect today. He's cool because I suppose mommies and daddies won't think he's so cool, but I think he's cool. Right, the reason he's so cool, he's a tiny little bug, but he is super strong. And I wanted to show you this picture to see if you can remember who he is. Okay, he just had a tiny little clue because he was carrying something very heavy. And we didn't even have a picture of him, we just had these heavy leaves that he was carrying. Can you remember who was carrying those heavy leaves in that book last week? It was, did you get it right? Let's see. It was an ant who was carrying those heavy leaves, right? Now, is an ant an insect? Let's see. How many body parts does the ant have? Let's count. Oh, this reflection. It's got 1, 2, 3. So it is an insect. It's also got these things on his head. Do you remember what they are? I know Jacob remembered when he made the bug ears yesterday. They are antenna. Well done. They are antenna. Now, do you know that a bee is so strong that it can carry something that is 50 times its weight? That means like you carrying a fridge on your back. Can you imagine carrying a fridge on your back? That's very, very heavy. So ants are actually very strong little things, but they do annoy us because they get into everything sweet and they come into our kitchen and they crawl all over everything, and then we open something up and we go, ah, there's ants everywhere. So mommies and daddies don't really love ants very much, and neither do I, to be honest. But they are actually quite amazing because they're so strong. All right. I wanted to show you today, you are going to build, if you do or whenever you get around to it, you're going to do and make an ant hill. And on it you're going to have little ants crawling up it, which you're going to make. Now this is what an ant hill looks like when it is in your garden or anywhere outside. This is what it looks like. So it's very hard to spot. It just looks like a little pile of sand, and it's got a hole in the middle where the ants go in and out. So sometimes we even sit on one or sit near one and we don't even notice, and then the ants crawl up a bump. That's why Ali says, when you're not sitting still, Ali says, do you have ants in your pants? Because sometimes ants bite you on your bottom and you jump up and down. Some of you I know often have ants in your pants. All right. I've got a song for us today about ants. It's very cute, and I'm sure some of you know it. The tune is da 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 da. It's about ants that march. All right. So when we sing this song, I want you to march. You all know how to march, right? You can do this with your arms. If you can march with your legs, you can do that too. Prance around. All right. Who marches? Army men march. But ants also march, because when you see ants, they're all in a line. They don't go all on their own. Sometimes they wander off on their own, but generally they're all in a long line, and you can follow the line to see where they came from. Okay, so let's learn our song about the ants. If Ali can find it now, it's disappeared, of course. There it is. Okay.
Hurrah!
Ooh.
The ants go marching 6.
Woo, starts
The
in the middle.
ants go marching 1.
Okay, ready? Ooh, we're calling the ants.
The ants go marching 1 by 1. Hurrah! Hurrah! The ants go marching 1 by 1. Hurrah! Hurrah! The ants go marching 1 by 1. The little one stops to suck his thumb, and they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 2 by 2. Hurrah! Hurrah! The ants go marching 2 by 2. Hurrah! Hurrah! The ants go marching 2 by 2. The little one stops to tie his shoe, and they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 3 by 3. Hurrah! Hurrah! The ants go marching 3 by 3. Hurrah! Hurrah! The ants go marching 3 by 3. The little one stops to climb a tree, and they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 4 by 4. Hurrah! Hurrah! The ants go marching 4 by 4. Hurrah! Hurrah! The ants go marching 4 by 4. The little one stops to shut the door, and they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 5 by 5. Hurrah! Hurrah! The ants go marching 5 by 5. Hurrah! Hurrah! The ants go marching 5 by 5. The little one stops to take a dive, and they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we're just gonna do up to there today. All right, so that was a cool song about marching ants. All right, do you remember the little one? Number 1 stopped to suck his thumb. The little number 2 stops to tie his shoe. The little number 3 stops to climb a tree. And little number 4 stops to shut the door. And little number 5 stops to take a dive. Right, we'll sing that song again soon and see if you remember them. All right, if you listen carefully, you can hear how they sound the same. 1 and thumb, 2 and shoe, 3 and tree, 4 and door, 5 and dive. They sound the same. All right, tomorrow we're going to be learning about a different insect. So we will see you then, or actually I'll see you later for story. But first, try and go and do some art, some sort of art. Bye.